Alright, pals. And my wee bugs. Oh, I suppose one. Sorry. Alright, so, alright, Tess. How's it going? My fellow Celtic fans? How's your feelings after two matches? Because they've been two matches last week. So, what's your thoughts? That match, that draw with Dundee, and that draw, winning match with Kilmarnock. Yes. Oh, yesterday. What's your thoughts? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Alright. Here I am with you. Here. Here I am with you. Here, Glasgow genuinely. Traffic cone again. And we scarf with hoops. Green and white scarf with hoops. So, sorry. So, alright. Here I am with you. So I'd love to comment these matches for you. Just that, we match reports. And then I'm going to tell something about my thoughts and views about these two matches. What I think needs to be improved, and possible changes in Celtic. So my thoughts on transfer window, why Cal McGregor needs a rest for a wee while. And this and that, everything Celtic, right? So let's start my first part of my video. So, as you know, Celtic had a draw with Dundee, 3-3. So the champions had to settle for a draw against Dundee, and Dean's Park. So then so after a 6-goal thriller, and then a late equaliser for a score for Aaron Engels. So only a few minutes into the match, the hosts had the opportunity to take the lead by Aaron Donnelly, but there's a long throw in from Celt's right hand side, man. So, but the ball is seemed to Donnelly grasp and I made a throw it. But I call it Celtic defence would have given Simon Murray chance to score, but I think for Kasper Schmeichel was on hand to prevent the goal. So before the match was even here, so Celtic and the ball in the back post from Greg Taylor, man. So I found it a look McGowan, and then I was the first return to Dean's Park. So since I've been Dundee for hoops, McGowan cushioned a header towards the far corner. It was the way that Trevor Carson, and then at the back of the net. So in the 18th minute, the Celts had a massive chance to double the lead when Kyogo had a burst up in the right wing, was picked by Young. So who sent perfectly weighted ball in his direction. Kyogo fashioned a ball across the box towards Adam Ida, but the Irishman was able to make any connection. That's one of the kind of problems of Celtic, that they can't just use that possession. They possess ball even for the whole time of the game for over 90 minutes, but Celtic sometimes doesn't know what to do with that possession. They have hundreds opportunities to shot a goal, to make a goal, but there's not a goal, man. So, but I don't know if you know, maybe you know that. As far as I know, that missed chance of shooting a goal is a revenge for the rivals. So every time Celtic miss opportunity to shot a goal, that's the revenge of the rivals. So they shot a goal, for Celtic. So it's kind of revenge, So Celtic has the possession of the ball. They are in possession of the ball, but they have to do something with it. They don't have to have just the ball, just have it and do nothing with it, That's something I'm just wondering how that is sometimes, not in some of the games, but hence that draw, I suppose. But I talk about these issues and the rest of the issues after. So Ida had another chance 5 minutes after. So this time the ball was sent to Alistair Johnston. So that's why I gave that chance to header it towards goal. So we also crossbar man. So deny him on the occasion. So McGowan's eyes up again just after a half four. And then it's just a format that a car, bit of space I myself on the edge of box after some lovely passing fit cells to get a ball for them the defence. So McGowan tried to fire his for the bottom corner. But Carson was wasting that idea and it was able to gather. So this is completely dominated at the first half. Edmonton Dundee to nothing in their third areas of keeping the paint, their own half throughout. So I came as a bit of a surprise there for that in the first rate attack of the match when I came at a 40th minute. So imagine a fine equaliser, burst wasn't a ball in the bottom corner of the net. So this is how it is, troops. Celtic had in this match with Dundee 79 possession of the ball. So they could use it and shot more goals. That's my opinion, So it should be not just a draw. They should have been won that match easily. I think it's a draw. It's not enough, but still we've got a point. But having possession 79% of possession, a strike, just 2 goals and 1 penalty, and miss 100 so occasions to shot a goal. Celtic needs to improve that definitely. More attacking football, my dear boys in green, alright? So as you can see, shots on target just 5, 5. Corners 4, so it should be at least 5 goals. So there are no changes, but I straight a half time, probably 7 minutes, so that was second half going. The Celtics took it once again. So Kyogo packed the ball in the right hand and I saw it in the area where Yank was lurking. He made no mistake, man. So he had a beyond Carson. The Celtic celebrations had subsided and the game was level again. Dundee broke forward on the right wing. So just Mulligan cutting the area was ball at the feet. So they had Tim's bad goal to here, a potential back deflection from Cameron Carter-Vickers. Same beyond Schmeichel, the end score 2-2. That second goal of Dundee was just, I don't know. Celtic shot a goal. It was 2-1. It was just 2-1, Celtic shot a goal. And then it wasn't even the 60 seconds. Then Dundee shot another goal. It was 2-2. So, happiness, not long enough. The host went 2 chances of quick succession. We lifted the hem. It's a ball I give that belief. That could take something for a game, But firstly, Adwumi shots for distance. I saw that swerving just so wide. The pass at Ingram just sitting inside the box, man. The header crept wide at the target. So on the hour mark, Brendan Rodgers rang the changes, replacing McGowan and Bernardo that with Hatate, Ingles and Kuhn. But it's just look far away to find it lead again. Dundee continued to praise them for it since the minute. It looked late for the first time in the match. And Aaron Donnelly finding the target header for a swinging corner for Finlay Robertson. With the game in stoppage time, that still awarded the penalty by Ingles. So broke Nicholas couldn't ever win at his one. Arne Ingles. Arne Ingles is our man, is Celtic man for penalties. Arne Ingles equals penalties. So every time when there's a penalty is Arne Ingles. Most of the time, so as you know. So I said Nicholas, so Arne Ingles stepped about back to bear his penalty to level the game. There was no time for any more chances of either side, but the game ended a 3-3 draw. So I was watching the interview with our captain Callum McGregor and Brendan Rodgers. So that Brendan Rodgers was so fucking raging. I've seen his reactions after the match. After reaction, he was so fucking raging. One Brendan Rodgers was just Oofed. And I just said, oofed, boys. Oofed, boys. Be aware, the boss is fucking raging at you the night. So, but I mean, in hundreds of situations, I mean, merciful, he was right. Brendan Rodgers was right. He just said that there was a lack of intensity, not enough pressing, not enough attacking. As I mentioned, they almost did nothing with a possession of the ball. Celtic had almost 8% possession of the ball, but they missed 100 shots. There was 4 shots on target and 5 for the corner. So it should be at least, at least 5. 5-0, 5-3, as well, 5-3. So I want to tell you before I move on to next thing I wanted to talk about. Let me focus on what I think should be changed in Celtic after that game, because hundreds of Celtic fans can say it. Not just Brendan Rodgers, not just Callum McGregor, but hundreds of Celtic fans can say it. That Celtic is in need, needs a fresh blood in defence. Because Celtic allows too much goals because of that. Because they relax too big spaces in defence. We need fresh defenders. Celtic needs to do something to improve that defence. It should be tighter. It should be stronger, Because that current Celtic defence just allows too many goals. They shouldn't have been 3-3 in a match with Dundee. It shouldn't be 3-3, So fresh blood in defence is needed. Second issue is that we need to Celtic needs to strengthen that midfield a wee bit, or maybe more than just a wee bit, So because Callum McGregor can't play every single game. That's why that's how Callum McGregor is the best player. That's why he needs rest. That's how we need some of the midfielders or defensive midfielder, some fresh midfielder to give him a wee bit of rest, That's because we have to protect a pure dead brilliant, fantastic players as Callum McGregor, because he's a fantastic one. You know what I mean? He's a perfect one. But he's just a human being, and he needs a rest. He can't play every single match. He's a defensive midfielder, but he can't play every match because that causes problems with mentality, physicality, So if you want to change something in midfield, be a captain, a wee bit of rest, just to protect him, alright? And improve that midfield a wee bit with a defensive midfielder, alright? So, a wee bit of midfield, changes are needed a wee bit. But most of all, Brendan Rodgers just addressed that. He just highlighted that he was disappointed by defense. So defense display was disappointing. So I think it's his issue to it's as Celtic manager, right? He has to do something. So there is a hope in this transfer window to change something. What's your thought on that transfer window? What's your thought, my dear Celtic fans, about that? About that January window, transfer window. What's your thoughts? Who do you think will be a new player or players in Celtic? That fresh blood. Who's your favourite? Who's your 100% that he'll be in Celtic? Just let me know in comments below, alright? Your thoughts about transfer window, January transfer window, right? Who's your favourite players to join Celtic? Who do you think join Celtic as a fresh blood, just to strengthen, just to improve defence at that midfield to make Celtic fucking pure brilliant and invincible again. Invincible. By this I mean to win every match, every Champions League game, every treble, you know what I mean? It's just for Celtic's goods. That. So let me know in comments below, right? So the thing I would add about that match with Celtic with Dundee is just but that performance was dreadful. Let me tell you that performance was dreadful. Celtic with Dundee, but as I tell you, not always performance equals result, but sometimes performance equals result. It just turned out. So that you know the last minute penalty kick against Celtic, the Celtic match they deserved because the display was lacking in so many ways, man. They're a clear at the top of the league. Many build is over already, man. But I saw the embarrassment of all embarrassments to let our rivals back into this one. And if I have many more nights like that, we just might. What on earth happened to Celtic that night? It was just a draw, 3-3. Celtic started very well in the very, very, very first half. It was a 5th minute when Luke McGowan shot a goal, first goal. It should be going that way. Scored the second, and then it left a prayer patch in the equalised. So for that moment, we stopped playing. The game was too passive, a wee bit soppy. We looked panicked, rattled, disorganised, and downright chaotic at times. So, as you know, Celtic is panicking sometimes when the rivals shot a goal. It shouldn't be that way. You should go for it. Just go for it to strike more goals. It should be a fight. Fucking square goal for every point, you know. To smash other rivals, especially zombies. Then they go the third, take leads. So that although Brendan was caught on the camera, referring to the defending as a weak ass piss. One more thing is that Celtic shouldn't let the rivals bully them. That's not allowed. That's not allowed, man. We're pitching it impossible to disagree, man. There's no question at home side. Their side is there, you know. To be in front, the weakness wasn't just in defence. The whole was Mayer's effort. Full credit to them, you know. So I'm sick of watching teams Spargabas against us. So, but it means that I can spoke like that. I don't know why my parents come us to go for a throw. It just got vulnerable with every team they did. So we've got 2 mistakes in massive games coming up. Kilmarnock. So that was Kilmarnock. I'm going to talk about it in a wee while. But at the next week we had Celtic has a game with young boys. Fresh club with energy. So it will be a Celtic park, but the boys should be careful because they are full of energy and, you know, pure. So it's a must win, you know. The European it's critical. I mean, a second half of our season, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not comfortable with how we are playing. For last night, that a team looked that one I saw at Ibrox, that one Rodgers, that one Brendan Rodgers himself wasn't at Celtic side, but it looked awful. But a Celtic team last night, our team there's on the pitch, man. So but they wearing was that wearing the green and white hoops? I've checked. That's alright. So Brendan said, as usual, we lacked intensity. So as I mentioned, we lacked aggression. We are too passive now. The game was too sloppy. But all talk, just talk. It shouldn't be just a talk, you know. He should do something. Do something to change it, not just talking about it. But we know Brendan, and Brendan can do it. We have to just trust him. And no being fair to anything, alright? But he's a human being as well, and he can make mistakes. It's just you can't criticize him that just because of that, you know. I've heard it before, man, that I was talking about it, but I quite recently as well, man. He said the same things after Ibrox. I don't want to turn in that performance. as you know, it doesn't matter that our rivals are shambles or shite, you know, because so some people say that oh, they're just shambles, just crap. That Kilmarnock or Dundee's on 7th position, and Kilmarnock is on 10th or 11th position in the table. So someone would say, that Celtic losing or having a draw with a fucking shambles or a crap. These clubs are these clubs are shite, crap. Aye, they are. But I mean, they are sometimes full of energy, fresh. They hadn't playing any game or match for 10 days or something. So you always have to be careful, especially there's a fight, square go for a cause. Defence of Scottish Cup or Scottish Cup for a title, you know. You have to be careful all the time. Celtic has had to be careful. Celtic has to be careful. It doesn't matter that the rest of the clubs in the Scottish Premiership are fucking shite. It doesn't matter. Focus on the game, focus on winning, focus on improving things in defence and the midfield. Defensive midfielder, alright. And I think it'll be alright. Just improve all the time. You just don't let your rivals taking that points away for you, you know, just or that lead, alright. The new troops is just, I love to you know how long it takes to talk about Celtic and some of our games that. So alright, so the new, I'd love to focus on the what you think about the game yesterday with Kilmarnock. Again, some people say shite club, shite team, shambles, but you know Celtic has even like Kilmarnock is shite. We had to be careful, you know. But as I mentioned, Celtic has to use as possession of the ball, alright? And that'll be totally fine. Shot more goals. Alright, so that was to win. It should be more. That was 2-1. It should be almost 3-1, 4-1, alright? So goals by each half for Callum McGregor, pure brown goal by our captain, and these made up. In the second half, sandwich by last first half of the visitors game, plenty of goal smooth action. So the match got off a flare when Kyogo sent Nicholas Kuhn right after the goal by Ronnie, and I got the line but call it in the box. So after lengthy treatment, the keeper was replaced by Kieran O'Hara. But it was just the keeper could make it done with the opener of Celtic, 12 minutes. So Cameron Carter-Vickers played forward to Kyogo, attached the ball on Callum McGregor. The skipper played the annihilation wicket low and over 20 yards in the opener scoring for the Celts. So, you know, the opener had come after a pressure of the Celts, who carved open that great chance after a free kick and over a Casper Schmeichel, you know, touched the ball on the crossbar and says Brockfjord through Nicholas Kuhn and the Maida. But a Japanese winger shot was saved one. So I've seen that number of attempts to Kilmarnock go to about 1-0 goal. Scoreline is still the majority of half and indeed like half time scoreline. So in fact, by the time I just bought Bobby Wales my hands to ball on the back phone for a kick VR check, you know. But VR is shite man as well. Celtic lost many hundreds of points because of that fucking VR system and referees. Look at it would go in Celts be because that possible Robbie Den's handball. So, but in the end, the goal stood. Again, Celtic had 66% of possession of the ball. They had hundreds of chances to shot a goal, you know what I mean? Shots of Celtic, 18. Shots on target, 7 man. Shots on target, 7. Corners, 4. So 11 chances to strike. I mean, shot a fucking goal, you know? So it should be max, you know, 5-1 or 6-1, 6. I would be, I'm comfortable with that, to say that Celtic should strike, should have been shot 6 goals, you know what I mean? With 7 shots on target, 4 corners, man, seriously. Celtic, please, just work on, do something with the possession of the ball, shoot more goals, and, just, it would be pure fucking dead brilliant. Strengthen defense, and the defensive midfielder, something like midfield right. It would be pure fucking dead brilliant. You need that performance, as you remember, the performance with RB Leipzig. Everyone remember that performance of Celtic at Celtic Park. They just hammered them, man. Hammered RB Leipzig. They are on the second place in the German German's league, table. So we need that performance of Celtic, that aggression, that hammering the rivals, not allowing them to try to go, not allowing them to being bullied, It's just, doing something with possession of the ball, We need that. Celtic needs that pure fucking dead, brilliant, perfect performance as we RB Leipzig, alright? So that'll be... Mwah. So the second half was very similar to the first night hoops, but country back of pressure at creating numerous opportunities. But I say, it was what I was saying, Charlie Life after the call Kilmarnock side, Work out, keep the score down. That was the right now goal, couldn't matter who's down. Work me out, Nicholas Kuhn, picked out Aquili Bizmeda, who composed, this is Meda, who composed the hundreds of opportunities. I said before, not him that, but vital, 70 minutes. So there are plenty more chances to increase a score line, and soon after, second goal, I wonder if Kuhn should cracked off in the crossbar. Before Irio Hatati, they bragged the acrobatics, somehow managed to get out of midfield. Should have gone there. So when they had the ball in the net again, and the later game, I saw VR check. Here, this fucking VR system, Get offside. So I can play with that 2-1 scoreline, taking Celtic through the next round. So you know what I mean, man. So let me add something to that match. As I mentioned, Celtic deserved that win yesterday. And I should simply have to admit that that was the game. The first, not first, but that was the game that Celtic dominated. From the start to the very end. You know what I mean? Celtic has to dominate every fucking match. They should attack. They should shoot more goals. You know what I mean? Celtic should dominate the rivals. Hammer them. Simply hammer them. So that's what happened in the game with Kilmarnock yesterday. Celtic totally dominated that game. But the start, the very, very end, So, that was yesterday, I think, was counted on. Just want to get in through it, So, I'm going to talk about a reaction to the game, that aftermath. So, that was it. But first, I focus on the game. So, that's a bit to say about what came after. So, but certain people have ensured it as the case, man. So, as far as the game, I was already dominated, man. So, I was seeing the reason why, in the media, certainly anywhere else, man. So, I think Kilmarnock should wear a lucky of that, and justice was done. Celtic controlled the match from the very start to the very end, barring a brief spell when they took Anna Luther up the grass. So, they got at the equalising goal. So, that goal, by the way, shouldn't stood up there going to be very, very lengthy explanation for what it was given. So, it was not a half baked because of a BBC or something, Other mean the outlet packed with eyebrows apologists, man. So, I thought, it didn't matter what in that. We deserve an explanation. It's going to change everything, man. Anything. It's going to change the fact that they're in next round. But it wasn't of the sessions that I have to shrug off. Because in the end, it hasn't cost us, That's it. I'm sure it costs Francis to continue. So, doesn't make it harder for ourselves. Yes, in some ways, but I think with that. So, I think that's the one balance. Deserved it. We played the better football. I created far more chances, man. In fact, we created so many that I could have won 10 games with them. So, if there's any frustration here, is that we didn't kill the game off when we had the chance. The early goal gave us the opportunity. We were wasteful. That's something we need to fix, especially in Europe. Especially away. Away games, away from home. Away from Celtic Park. There's something need to be changed, improved here. Being away in front of goal is a habit we can't afford, man. To carry forward. There's likely be SPFL games but it costs us points, you know, and they as well have to address it quickly. So right now, we're a bit frustrated, but isn't just about strikers. I've defended them. Say that Brendan Rodgers' system doesn't depend on what's scoring every week, but I still believe that. Once again, also our right man, doesn't matter, who scored the crucial second goal, man. But I like to see my former strikers for this teams and selfishness works against them. Callum McGregor once again was outstanding today. Yesterday. He scored an excellent goal, and I know some will point my recent piece about him. Aye. So it's just my point that you should do that, man. You should know that. Let's be fucking clear here, man. Let's be clear. Let's be clear here. Let's be clear. That's because Callum McGregor, as I mentioned, he's outstanding, man. And we have to, Celtic should protect great players, fantastic, pure, brilliant players, captains. Callum McGregor is one of them, so he has to be protected. So that's how he needs rest. That's how Celtic needs a fresh defensive midfielder, just to let Callum McGregor rest for a wee while, alright? So, let me start with Callum McGregor. There's no player in Scottish football, man, who has been playing more games over the last few years than Callum McGregor. He played almost every game, man, with no rest. That's not right. I doubt there are many players in Europe that have played more, so, but I haven't benched him for a short spell. It's frustrating, man. So, still defeating and frankly stupid. But you know, that's something. There isn't a sample. Callum McGregor plays such a crucial role in the team as a captain. So when the big games come out, I can't afford to have him burned out. Let's be honest, man. You could blame for some of the recent slips on the field, not because it's suddenly a bad player. No, because he's clearly exhausted, pure fucking exhausted. He is, you know. So let me tell you that our midfield is excellent. Needs a wee bit of change, but is excellent. I agree with the best in been in years. So, but it lacks balance. That's what I mentioned. Too many of our players are suited to attacking roles. What we need, especially in certain games, is midfield still and defense still. So I always believe that Callum McGregor has been an excellent captain. You know, fucking pure brilliant captain. I think we made a mistake that when we failed to sign a direct replacement for Scott Brown. Instead, we moved McGregor into that role. Even though he's been best suited the more attacking or supporting role, also not to replace Brown with someone who shared his attributes. To this day, we don't have natural defensive midfielder, man. That's a glaring hole in our squad. That's how we need one. It's a position we need to fill. Just a squad rotation might give us extra weapon at Arsenal. Extra weapon, aye, you know. So you can play to dominate the midfield breakup play and possess on the opposition. So it's high time to give our captain, dear Callum McGregor, precious Callum McGregor, a wee rest, right? We have to rest, not a break. The involves maybe risks, but the bigger risk is leaving him in the side week after week. Until he's physically broken. So that's my opinion to this. So, what's your opinions? What's your opinions, my fellow Celtic fans, about transfer window? January transfer window, alright? So let me know in comments below and let me know what you think about Callum McGregor having a rest for a while, alright? So next I'm going to go on to the next part of my video. So it's called Is It Me? And I suppose is it me, alright? We are Glasgow genuine traffic connect. Alright. So then let me move on to the next part of my I'm going to talk about, I suppose you remember these words. Here's the tree that never grew. Here's the bird that never flew. Here's the fish that never swam. Here's the bell that never rang. Aye, Glasgow Coat of Arms motto, you know. So that's the Glasgow Coat of Arms motto. With a fish, salmon, it's a ring. With a ring in her mouth. Then is the tree. There is the bird here and the bell. There's a very Saint Mango here, and the famous words like Glasgow flourish. So the new, let me tell you, you know, let your Glasgow genuine tell you about what's the story hidden in these words. Because you may think that, you know, that's a wee bit weird. How's that tree that never grew, a bird that never flew, a fish that never swam, the bell that never rang? What's wrong with it? Some of you can understand these words, but you know, but let me explain that to you. But first, before I explain to you these words, let me talk about Saint Enoch, and the very dear Saint Peter of Glasgow, Saint Kentigern, known as Mango. So let me move on to that. So let's start with Saint Enoch. As you know, Saint Enoch was Saint Anu originally. It was a mo of Saint Kentigern, which was variously called Glasgow Saint Enoch. Doesn't commemorate the 6th century saint called Enoch, but variously called Thane, Thanu, Theonia. The initial T man, its name has become confused with a T, the end of saint, the life from Kentigern, written in instignation of Bishop Herbert of Glasgow, claims that Thanu was the daughter of Leudonus, the semi-pagan king of Lothian. She was raped by Ewan of the Everett and some urban Welsh legends, so even gave birth to Glasgow patron Kentigern or Mango. So the cult which grew around Saint Thanu in Glasgow is also developed. It's also held that she had other sons, but her marriage to a northern prince, Dingat, son of Nud, as the earth survived in reference to her resurrected life of Saint Winifred, in which Winifred went to Saint Hilary for instruction. Saint Hilary, but Winifred in the care of his mother, Thonia Thanu, who Winifred eventually succeeded in the base of the globe. Gallagher was also a cult figure in Glut. So that's the Saint Thanu, Saint Enoch. But let me tell you a bit about the story, how that happened, how Saint Mango, Saint Kentigern, was born. Alright, so Saint Mango was born to Saint Thanu, Saint Enoch, in 518 AD. So in Culross faith, it's believed that Saint Thanu was Scotland's first reported rape victim. Unmarried Mo, the young Thanu, was sexually assaulted by a Welsh prince, Wyn Mab Urson. As you know, so Mac Urson, right? She was sexually assaulted by the Welsh prince Wyn Mab Urien, resulting in her pregnancy. So as you know, upon learning of the new pregnancy, her father, King Lothian, became outraged that sentenced her to death. Carrying out this sentence, Thanu was thrown for Traprain law. East Lothian. Thanu, however, survived the fall and managed to escape in a small boat at Culross faith. As it upon arriving in Culross, the pregnant Thanu was taken at a local monastery, where she was looked after a saint serf in 518. Thanu gave birth to the boy and named him Kentigern. Saint Serf decided to raise Kentigern, just training him, become a priest in a monastery, giving him the nickname Mango. It means dear one or friend. So during his time in the monastery, Mango became a favourite student of Saint Serf, but often it causing jealousy, resentment, among the monastic peers, as I said, so. But just a resentment that continued to grow, and that causing Mango to leave the monastery. So, after his departure, the Mango travelled to the Stirling, where he came helping her manage Fergus. As time on, pair became close friends of her deathbed. Fergus told Mango of his dying wish Fergus. Then wish was that he was to place upon a cut and put that 2 bulls or it being buried where a bill stopped. Mango carried out the dying wish of his friends, traveled to his bulls and the adventure came up stop near a small burn. Mango get a name to the area. Name is Glasgow. Glasgow, meaning beer green place. As you know, as we all know, I suppose. So I said Mango would start the first Christian community in Glasgow. But then his church near Mledinar Burn. That wooden church in Toonhead at the banks of Mledinar Burn, forgotten Glasgow's village. The day Glasgow Cathedral. Which would have so became the Glasgow Cathedral, as I mentioned. That's for here. St. Mango would say the words, actually St. Mango said these words at place, as I mentioned, for that place, for Glasgow Cathedral, St. Mango said these famous words, let Glasgow flourish. But the preaching, dear Lord, let Glasgow flourish. But the preaching of thy word, a praising of the name. But actually, he said that, St. Mango said these words at the place called Duff Hill. You can find it in between Merchant City and the Carlton and the Barras Market, There's that wee hill, for that place, the very place up there in that, the tour guide around Glasgow, passionate one. So he told us that St. Mango said these words, let Glasgow flourish, shortened the day to let Glasgow flourish. He said these words for that place, for that hill. So, so let me know, why is that? What's the story behind Glasgow Coat of Arms? How that is, man? So let me start the bird that never flew. How can bird never flew? So the tale of the bird also comes from Mango days in monastery at this time, But Saint Seraph had a pet robin that killed with the boys monastery. So who wished to place the blame on Mango? Mango, however, took the bird, his horn, commanded it to live, to which the robin immediately sat up and began to sing. The bell that never rang, man. What's the story behind that? So, it's believed that bell was given to Saint Mango by the Pope in Rome. They will say that bell was used to serve as more on the dates, but quickly became a notable symbol of Glasgow. So, the original bell is unknown, but as a replacement, which was bought in a city's magistrates. As I said, in 1641, the original of 1641 that was renovated. And now that bell is situated, is placed in People's Palace. I guess it's in the People's Palace Museum, as I mentioned, but the fish that never swam. How's that happened? What's the plan with the fish that never swam, man? Alright. Alright, I forgot. What's the story behind the tree that never grew? Alright. During his time in the monastery in Coros, Mango was left in charge of the holy fire whose was burned out, and the correct to ensure that flame wasn't extinguished. During the night, however, due to the ignorance and juice of the other boys, so they put out the fire and hoped that the Mango would be punished. However, upon waking, Mango noticed that fire had gone out. Actually, at the discovery, Mango collected frozen branches of the oak tree, which were ignited as a result of Mango's prayers. So what's the story behind the fish that never swam? As I mentioned, someone's at coat of arms of Glasgow. Someone in the coat of arms of Glasgow contains a ring in his mouth. How that is? So the ring was a gift for Hidereth Hill, king of Kadzov, to his wife Queen Lagoreth. Lagoreth in turn gave the ring to one of Hidereth knights. The knight was suspicious of his wife not believing that to be guilty of infidelity. So the king organised a hunting party in which a knight would be present. So as the king said, the king took the ring after threw into the River Clyde. Every tour guide tells me that he threw it into the River Clyde, but it wasn't the River Clyde that he threw the ring in. It wasn't the River Clyde. He threw that ring. In reality, the king threw the ring into Mledinar Burn. He threw the ring into the Mledinar Burn, the forgotten Glasgow's river. So the following day, the king demanded a ring which had been Lagoreth. So couldn't produce a ring that would be essential death, man. As I just wrote to Legoreth, this mango and played him the help find her that ring, you know. Actually, his mango, send one his monks the river instructing to bring back the fish, the first fish that he caught. No, that was a salmon. On the monks returned, mango removed the ring beside the mouth of the salmon. So their stories, you know, these were 4 miracles of Saint Mango. So the new troops, I'd love to tell you some of the maybe some of the Glasgow urban legends. I chose, you would know, Glasgow urban legends. All right. Glasgow is a wonderful, amazing, and a wee bit of crazy, weird city, you know, with some weird, wonderful stories. Now, here's a 15 of our favourite urban legends, my favourite legends in the city. So, Glasgow is an amazing city, you know, full of stories, fucking hodging with stories and colourful characters, you know. You can't spend an evening at the Bazaar without hearing a tale about the city, you know. As you wanted to celebrate of those tales now. So I chatted some of the most enduring, longest standing myths about Glasgow. One of which Glaswegians was stolen but is true at this very day. Whether they be a nefarious darkened gangsters, man, they be at Kingston Bridge, we had a funny story that homeless, basically in Ibrox, fucking Ibrox. As oral histories, man, different accounts of it. Who's telling the story? So you might have heard very different version of the story, but I heard to be heard as usual. Let us know in our Facebook. So, alright, so let me know. Is that everything? So, first story was that Kelvin Grove Gallery Museum was built back to front. How that happened? So, rumour has that Kelvin Grove built back to front as one of architects threw himself at one of the tours upon realising this, you know. This is far from the truth, man. The main entrance faces away for Guy Street, and into Kelvin Grove Park it was always meant to be a space for the people. That's a myth, man. Gangsters are buried in Kingston Bridge. A story, no doubt. Too bad Uncle Scary looking at it was looking at a blizzard, so there was very, very slim chance of that being possible. Given that most Kingston Bridge is hollow, they had supports. And the myth would proclaim that through the Kingston Bridge. The other parts are made in 74th should be littered with bodies. Alright, although that seems like it has even gangsters should know how often there's roadworks going on under King's Bridge. So it's not even possible, you know, at all. So the secret of underground arcades, secret underground arcades. So a popular urban legend is that there's an exact replica of Argyll arcades deep below the surface. Or perhaps, as you know, they built a ground shopping centre as a replica, you know. But rumours vary for odd council schemes to forgotten Victorian city planning. Right, next one. Next one is, I want to share you is that Clown's van. Glasgow seemingly predicted killer's clown. Crazy that mid 2010. The rumour originates back in the 80s and the 90s, but I've been that become more awards about bad actors targeting a community. So to specify the clowns between the blue van and Cardiff. Where it originated, spread it led across primary schools of Glasgow. Before it was an urban legend. So, you know, Glasgow's ghost bus. It's believed that one night, you know, Glasgow ghost bus, man, have you experienced this, you know? Travelling by Glasgow bus one day, or no, a night, a night in Glasgow. A bus disappeared into the night in Glasgow, never to be seen again. That changes depending on who's telling it, you know. But the constant bus run the terminus of Balornock East. So from time to time the bus will show up and leave the departures board. But will never arrive on the destination. So not too different for regular Glasgow bus, you know. Dalmarnock Road Bridge ghost apparition. There's some particular spooky in it. Similarly, dozens of people have reported seeing the ghostly woman of Dalmarnock Bridge who steps over the side and plunges into the water on certain nights. Alright, so let me move on to, next legends, right? I chose another legends one, so it's the Witches of Polocus. Witches of Polocus. How that happened? Witches of Polocus, man. Witches of Polocus. Alright. So as the servants, Lord George Maxwell of Pollock, so he is a man of good. He took his ordained passion seriously, didn't he, every night away, and then for that warm hearth, you see, there's witches to hunt. So Max was a avid witch hunter, so of course not along with her, she's just a terrible beast. In the rise upon him in 1676, Max had returned for a successful witch trial. His nostril has rather for a thing for a hit of flea. His ears still ringing, so that sweet screams at a good humour, wasn't he not to listen? Van een hottende fairy distemper, describing agony, akin to being stabbed in the side. So, as the servants bustled about the safely him, but then hours walk away for the centre of Glasgow. All one looked one. Janet was at deaf and mute, and I just rock hard and mute, several hardware complaints, so ever complained. But Janet, like her lord, also felt a calling miraculously. Her voice returned to her. What should I see with a newfound gift? Why? Find the witches responsible, of course, man. Janet calmly proclaimed that Lord was a dark spell laid upon him. But witches return to speech laden that some kind of alluring mysticism she led servants from a manor house. Janet Matthew at the nearby village of Polkshaw. Raising her crooked finger imperiously, Janet opened her mouth. And crookness is unfortunate, taking the toll, of course, man. You shall find the darker than the house of the witch. Upon searching the claribots, bewildering women, indeed report had found wax figuring and hidden behind a pottery by the fireplace. Janet wasn't quite finished yet, so that was about it. We had Margaret Jackson, Marjorie Craig, John Stewart here at 14 old the door, Annabelle Stewart, all stood accused of false crime, witchcraft. So the torture story, we have evidence investigation began. Each confessed to meeting with the devil, citing their hatred of Maxwell as their bond and casting their course upon him. So Janet Hust, the man John stuck pins in the door, Bessie, who spoke these words. It was even happened in a confusion at a coroner's pardon. But witches are notorious for the bad team keeping. So mother accused that son, sister, accused brother. Majority mysteries past. The trial took place in 1677 about by strangled and burnt all the gals, Green and Paisley. Young Annabelle was given a reprieve, except that Fangos, a Bergman to accept in a convent of spiritual healing. What did Janet Douglas, man? So Maxwell died, of course, as long as the 5 others died on his orders. Perhaps the real witch Janet. Perhaps in the course only way, perhaps another Helen woman mentioned that Annabelle. For a confession, maybe it was a dark creature, never just want to bury it, not a different strangeness, not epitomize a woman who spoke too loud, too soft, like the boys, or didn't like them enough. If you're feeling brave, man, well, not as the witches themselves, they still wonder, Polkhus, even now. Do you believe that? Let me know if you believe this. There are any witches in Polkhus. Just in Polkhus. Let me know. Let me know if you experience something in Polkhus. So, alright. So, another legend I chose. I think it's precious. Important here. So, pivotal. It's Gorbals, the Gorbals vampire. So, there are hundreds of legends in Glasgow, but I wanted to focus on just a couple of them, which are pivotal to me, fucking precious, Alright. So in September 1954, Gorbals, Glasgow, rumours had been spread among school wings of a full-tall vampire with iron teeth. Rumour had that vampire kidnapped and murdered 2 young boys and they fascinated their corpses. Despite the adults and the police trying to calm the hysteria, the Waynes decide the action that take that bring his terrible Gorbals vampire to justice. So what happened next? Truly remarkable, man. After school, hundreds of the children of age that armed themselves that blades across us, man. Stakes and dogs descended from City's southern necropolis to hunt the Gorbals empire, you know. So the Waynes prowled on the graveyard as night fell, checking behind a trace of headstones of a creature made at lurking. Maybe look at I think folk rolled in, many shadow figures that could been feared. The Waynes would rush to it as silhouette, and then another ring that saw the vampire lurking in the mist. So the hunt continued until the rain started. The Waynes went home and they come right bar next night and the night after that. But third night, and the rest of that rain was beginning to fade. But the fear of the Gorbals empire had already set itself ahead of the community. As the press picked up the story, hysteria spread through Gorbals, soon a bit wider population, so until discussion arose surrounding an episode of American horror comments at young people. Was the Gorbals vampire a symbolic born in mass hysteria of Wayne's imaginations, or was it something there? Alright, let me know if you know some more legends of Glasgow. It'd be fucking pure brilliant to hear them all. You know. Alright. Then I wanted to tell you what I found. Recently, I found a comment of a Paul living in Glasgow who's been living in Glasgow for a decade, and then he come back to Glasgow because he missed it. What Glasgow meant to him, right? So I think that man, he truly, he's not for Glasgow. He's a Paul, you know, but Glasgow gave him that sense of belonging, sense of being like at home, sense of feeling like at home, you know. He didn't want to come back to Poland, and then, you know, when he came back to Poland, he was dreaming about Glasgow, you know. Glasgow called him back. Glasgow wanted him to be back. He was dreaming about Glasgow's deep steel blue skies, the deep green, the red sandstone. So he couldn't express that. He couldn't express that, you know. That Glasgow gave him that sense of freedom, sense of happiness, sense of space. And the Glaswegians with golden hearts, the fucking warmth around you, and so the heart of community, the atmosphere, the vibes, the accent, fucking distinctive and the grandest, alright, for the rest of the accents. So the Glaswegian, man, seriously. But I think I want to tell us as well that these words of the man, they pours the hope and joy to my heart, that there are some people who really appreciate, love and promote Glasgow, you know. That means that there are still people in this world who can feel deeper, see deeper, you know. No judge Glasgow by cover. They see deeper, feel deeper, alright. My Glasgow, because my Glasgow deserves that respect, love, and being promoted, because it's a truly wonderful and special place on the planet. So let me tell you these words, because I was that poured that hope and joy to my heart. I was pure fucking happy, you know, that someone thinks like me, you know. So here's what he said. I've been living in Glasgow for the past decade. I could never explain this, but there's a sense of space and freedom about this city. I've always felt so free in here. I remember when after an initial couple of years in Glasgow, I moved back home for 4 years. He couldn't wait to be back in Glasgow again. So is me. I can't wait to see my Glasgow again. I can't wait to be in my Glasgow again. So it's him, you know. I dream about Glasgow over every single night and day. You know, just, you know what I mean? Just Glasgow calls me back as well. Glasgow grows on me. Can just... That's very true, you know. It can take a man for Glasgow, but not a Glasgow for a man. So you can take me for Glasgow and not Glasgow for me. Glasgow has something special, something You can't explain using easy, pure Scottish words. Glasgow's pure special now. So the long in my hair, it was incredible. I had dreams with these 3 colours: sea blue sky, deep green, red sandstone. When I came to visit again, it was cloudy and rainy. I was so happy and relieved. It doesn't matter, alright, if it's pissing down, if it's cloudy, if it's warm, if it's sunny day. I love Glasgow, so I assume right. I feel pure happy and relieved, you know. Like coming home. Sense of belonging, sense of feeling at home. Strange feeling to develop after such a short stay, such a short stay. Now I know it's all about the physical. I love these words personally, you know. What he said, what that man said about Glasgow. Now I know it's all about the physical beauty of the place combined with people's hearts. Even the junkies are trying to be polite and nice, never heard a single bad word against me in Glasgow, so always refer as a big man. Even my to the strangers, when the grannies were I find hilarious, man. Love the peculiar super politeness. Now. Like when personally in the shop always steps back to again, you know. It took me a long way to adapt it. It makes me think that these people of Glasgow, they're living like in a they're not prepared for real life, for reality, you know. The Glaswegians, but zero barriers, that fun, that, you know, pure fucking dead broad accent, that banter, that you know, atmosphere, you know, man, Glaswegians are completely living on a different planet. They're fucking the best people on earth, man, seriously. They give you that fun, they, you know, cheer you up when you're down. They just don't let you be alone anywhere. Man, they just fucking, you know, Glasgow's a place to be, man. Glasgow's a place to be. Glasgow is the grandest. The rest is just shite, as I mentioned. And I'm going to mention it all the time, man. Is Glasgow genuine and love her. So they are so not prepared for the world, man. And they all speak pure Glaswegian, which I personally think is the funniest and the most distinctive of fucking English accents, right? So I agree with him, 100%. He tried to master it, but I mastered it. Because we get amused with it. So this must be a Dutch one was doing south of in Scotland. So I can't imagine some of the music loving nation that there's guitar or piano, drums as well as a second place, man. So that was pure fucking dead brilliant, man. Now, at the very end of my video, I wanted to share with you, you know, is Glasgow genuine and Celtic dafty, you know. I wanted to share with you my, as you know, I write poems about Glasgow, and I wrote these 2 yesterday. Also, of course, yesterday, right? So I wanted to share my poems with you, right? So, dear Glasgow, when I'm away. Dear Glasgow, when I'm away, I miss you. Dear Glasgow, when I'm away, my heart's bleeding. Dear Glasgow, I miss your voice, sounds, smell of filled whiskey, wind and rain. Dear Glasgow, while I'm away, I miss your touch, smoky lips, and pure, strong arms around me. Dear Glasgow, while I'm away, I miss your every breath, every sunset and sunrise. Dear Glasgow, while I'm away, I dream about you every night and day. Dear Glasgow, while I'm away, I dream about your deep steel blue sky, your deep green red sandstone. Dear Glasgow, while I'm away, I dream about the look of you. Dear Glasgow, I dream about you. Your every part, south, west, east, up to the north, lying proudly on the banks of Clyde. Dear Glasgow, while I'm away, I dream about your charms and beauty. Dear Glasgow, I'm in your arms. I'm grateful, happy, I have you by my side. To the day I die. So, my Glasgow, to tell you that I love you. Next one. My beloved Glasgow, you know what it means to me being in your arms, feeling your lips next to mine, your loving touch, your smell, wind, whiskey and rain. My beloved Glasgow, just want to be with you again, to walk your streets again, with you by my side. Cause you, my Glasgow, just want to be with me, just want to be with you again. Because you, Glasgow, you are my everything. You're full You fill my heart, soul, mind, skin, every inch of my body. My beloved Glasgow, we're all sinking together with you. The last gleam of golden sun sitting over dear old Clyde. My Glasgow, just keep me in your pure strong arms, kiss me, so I can feel your smoky dust in the hard lips, your breath and pure rough sound telling me you love me, says Addy. My beloved Glasgow, you're my sunrise and sunset, you're my day and night. My beloved Glasgow, you're my heart and smile. You're a sense of my life. You give me that power to stone up, even when I fall down. My beloved Glasgow, you're my world, every moment. You're my medicine and hope. You're my love. Without you, I can't live at all. My beloved Glasgow, you're my sun and we paradise on earth. To say, my Glasgow, that I love you. All right, to you, my trips and we bobagsy, all right, man, woo! So, I wish you a brilliant evening, wherever you are, my fellow Celtic fans, especially my Glasgow pals, and till the next game, hope Celtic win it, this is on a Wednesday with young boys, alright, so, till the next game of Celtic, have a fucking pure dead brilliant evening, man, it's just, alright, until the next game of Celtic, hail, your Glasgow genuine and Celtic dafty.